Prepare to laugh. Prepare to cry. Be prepared to be educated a little. It is the very first Wall Street Silver meme review, and I am Steve Poplar. Let's get into it. Silver? Yes, this is indeed the way. Let's walk into it. Oh, look at this. The economy didn't kill itself. Well, yeah, doesn't really happen that way, does it? Economies tend to be killed, not kill themselves, right? Yep. My favorite conspiracy theory is that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, you have anyone else out there telling you you're a conspiracy theorist because you're pointing out facts and pointing out the lies, the hypocrisy? The real lie, the real hypocrisy is pretending like things are going to be okay. The simple fact is you cannot do all the things that are happening without consequences. We know this. You can't do this. You go to jail for this stuff, but just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean you get off scot-free. Just because you're a country doesn't mean you get off scot-free. There are always consequences. That's right. This is a quote from Thomas Jefferson. Paper is poverty, and it is only the ghost of money, and it is not money itself. Hey, didn't I say you might learn a thing or two? That's a great quote right there, right? Because paper, what is it? It's just paper. You can start a fire with it, but you can't really actually do anything with it, and it won't really last, you know? Paper is not forever. Neither is diamonds, but gold and silver, they pretty much are. Oh, the world right now. And realtors, anyone want to buy a house? Yeah, that's what it's becoming like out there. We're about to go into a period where it's going to be doing the same kind of thing for cars, too. Anyone want to buy a car? People are running out of money mostly because the Federal Reserve is they pumped all that money into the banks, and now that they're draining the money, they're draining it out of the middle class. That's what's happening. So if you are middle class or lower middle class, this is where they're going after. They're draining your money out of your retirement accounts. Do you have money to buy a house or a car anymore? No, not really. This is in 1926, the federal government poisoned alcohol in an effort to curb alcohol consumption during the Prohibition. As a result, by the time of Prohibition ended in 1933, an estimated 10,000 people died from being poisoned by their own government. Still a conspiracy theory, folks? Do you think that the people in government wouldn't poison your food? Just to keep you in line? You think that they wouldn't withhold food from you? They killed 10,000 people because people weren't doing what the government wanted them to do. Your rights mean nothing to them. And this is a bit more of a newsy kind of item. The internet shut down in Iran because of the burqa revolt, the burqa protests. Yes, that's right. People over there are protesting for the opportunity to show their face. Wish this would go down in New York City and other places where you're not allowed to show your face because you still have to wear a mask. Yeah, crazy how that is. They want to dehumanize you. All you can do is warn them, wake up. If they don't listen, move on so you can warn others. That's the truth of the matter. You can warn people as much as you want, but you just need to warn people, and once you've warned them, it's their responsibility. The ball is in their court. Love these. Inflation is north of 8%. Best we can do is raise interest rates 0.75%. That's the truth, folks. This is not how you get things under control. Inflation needs to be lower than interest rates. And if inflation's over 8%, do the math, folks. Where do you think interest rates are headed? Yeah. As long as our government can confiscate private property for any reason, we are little more than sharecroppers pretending to elect a new feudal lord every 4 years. Truth, folks. Truth hurts. If you haven't noticed, Wall Street Silver, don't pull any punches. And I am pulling, I'm not showing you all the ones that have harsh language in them, but this is kind of what you're looking at. They're ready to step on your toes and hurt your feelings. That look you get when 219,000 silverbacks, that's what the Wall Street silver folks call themselves, apes, of course, when 219,000 silverbacks are onto your fiat currency fraud. That's right, that's what it's all about. Buying up the silver because it is one big fraud. They've been manipulating the price of silver and gold down in order to make their paper look attractive. Why are you looking for me? That's a black swan. If you're not used to the parlance there, that's some kind of event that people aren't expecting that comes in and decimates the markets. Why are you looking for me? I might show up, but you should be able to see what is coming. That's right. Black swan the whole point of it is that you don't see it coming. But the whole point here of the meme is you should be able to see it coming. Congrats, newbies, for removing yourselves from the ranks of the insane and zombified. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Welcome to modern society, folks. We have gone totally crazy. We are totally insane. And the only sane thing to do is to pull yourself and remove yourself as best as you can from this crazy system. Robespierre. The secret of freedom lies in educating people, whereas the secret of tyranny is keeping them ignorant. It's amazing how much facts are a danger nowadays to society. Have you noticed that? People who have facts with receipts are the ones getting shut down. Not the people who have weird conjecture, conspiracy theories. It's the people who actually have receipts that are the most shut down people out there on social media and in the internet. I am not a smart man, but I know what money is. When your financial predictions are better than the professional economists. That's right. Because this whole system is going to collapse. And when you see that, it's just the writing is as plain as day. We may not be smart people, but if you can just be honest, that gives you a tremendous advantage to see what's coming. This I don't want to comment on because I like my time on YouTube. I will own nothing and I will be executed. Yeah. Treason is a thing, huh? Treason is a thing. It's not even treason to a country, it's treason to humanity. Yikes. There's no such thing as government funded, it's all taxpayer funded. That's right. Of course, that's not actually accurate. It's not all taxpayer funded. It's foreign investor funded nowadays. American taxpayers are never going to pay for all the stuff that we're spending money on. And that goes for a lot of other countries. Mostly it is securitized debt that will never be repaid. The people that get fleeced are the people in third world countries who their central banks are buying up U.S. treasuries and others. Where's my money, Joe? Calm down. I got 87,000 IRS agents collecting it now. That's right. Glad to know they're on the task to get all that money for them, huh? The new uniform for the 87,000 IRS agents. Yeah. Looking kind of 1940s, huh? Looking kind of 1940s. Mail day went a little hard during the dip. That's right. When they manipulate the price of silver down, what do? You drop more money on silver. Drop what you got on silver. Pick it up. Eventually it's going to come back. The Fourth Amendment is clear. We should be secure in our persons, houses, papers, and effects, and all warrants must have probable cause. Today, the government operates largely in secret while seeking to know everything about our private lives without probable cause and without warrant. Ron Paul. You'll notice that Ron Paul is pretty popular on these Wall Street silver pages. His quotes are right on point. And, that government needs to be controlled and needs to be held in check, right? Or else you end up like this. Switzerland's environment minister suggests people shower together to save energy. I think that that President Biden is definitely on board with that. He's all about showering with his daughter. I don't think the rest of us are. The rest of us are not very excited about showering with family members. But, yeah, the paper dam will break. Physical is disappearing. Yet the price is not changing. What's up with that? What is up with that? You know what I'm saying? Manipulation, folks. Manipulation. Silver is, and we'll get into that. We're going to have show some numbers here. But silver is disappearing out of those vaults like nobody's business. Me, after finding Wall Street silver and buying a 1-ounce silver coin. Oh, yeah. Royalty it is. Yeah. Drop your $20 here and you are now an aristocrat. You are somebody who owns something, not somebody who rents something. Remember how it is? You know, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. This is the antithesis of that, right? That you will own something and they will make you unhappy. Oh, but I can't today. I'm busy watching the season finale of the United States. I hear it's going to be over after this season. That's right. It's going to be over after this season. There's the apes, Wall Street silver apes. Oh, ComEx, New York ComEx. So we're gonna bring you down. And then here comes India with a massive silver purchases, physical silver purchases. India is taking down all that silver, and where's it all going? Who knows? But it's disappearing all right, that's for sure. When the whole world is running towards a cliff, he who is running in the opposite direction appears to have lost his mind. C.S. Lewis. Good word. Don't give in to the peer pressure. Do your homework, figure out what's going on, and make the best choices. Don't just do what everyone else is doing. Zelensky applies for a $40 billion student loan from the U.S. Yeah, they want to have that forgiven. That's right. Yep. Silver squeeze is stupid. You'll never defeat the bank, says Fiat fanboy. Wall Street silver ape says, I already am the bank. That's right, folks. It's all about becoming the bank. What is a bank? It is someone who, or something that has assets that they can borrow against. Until you have the silver and gold, you're not a bank. But once you do, things change dramatically. Things can change dramatically. If you go to jail for tax evasion, you're living off taxes as a result of not paying taxes. Joe Rogan. Oh my gosh, he's in danger of making sense again. How dare that, Joe Rogan? How dare that guy? I don't agree with that guy a lot. There's a lot he says I don't agree with. But you have to admit this. He has integrity and he means what he says and he thinks through what he says. And I agree with some of the things. Speaking of Joe Rogan, card declined. Please delete all tweets that violate your bank's hate speech policies in order to process your payment. Yes. Yeah. Social credit scores, everyone. That's exactly what we're talking about. Well, the banks, just tell me, if Facebook has the right to edit your information and to block you, and Twitter does too, because they're private businesses, what about your private banks? What happens when they start regulating your free speech? That's a legitimate question, folks, because it's really not that different. What happens when your phone company shuts off your phone because you're saying things you ought not to be saying? Some people wouldn't know tyranny if it covered their faces, locked them in their homes, enacted the biggest wealth transfer in history, censored them and made them show papers, and force medicated them. Yeah, that's almost half the U.S. population right now. They can't see what has been done to them. I looked on the U.S. Mint website to buy some silver eagles, and they're gone. That's right. We're not making, even though we're legally required to provide all of the silver eagles that people want to purchase, they're not making them anymore. Nope, don't have any. Nope, we ran out. There's no silver shortage here. We just can't buy silver. Does that make any sense to you folks? No silver shortage, but they can't buy silver. Let's look at why that might be. More vault bleed. 1.5 million ounces of silver is out of the vault. This is a daily update, folks. Average daily silver withdrawals are now topping 1.3 million ounce per day, greater than any period since the start of the squeeze. Plus, the September gold contract is shooting to the moon. 1,765 contracts just Tuesday. And if they demand delivery, that will liquidate a lot of assets. Registered silver went up. Let's look at some of these numbers in meme form, because this is a meme review. COMEX silver. So this is the New York vaults. Okay, New York is much smaller than the London exchange, but it is one of the major vaults out there. We are looking at the lowest levels since February 12th, 2018 of silver in the COMEX vaults. Where's it all going, folks? Where's it all going? Open interest now equals 208% of all vaulted silver and 1,511% of registered silver. So there's silver in the vault, right? But it's not all the same silver. Some of it's like, this is for COMEX. This is to back up COMEX. That number is dropping rapidly. And the money and the silver that's there to be used for COMEX, for every $15 of COMEX contracts, there's only $1 worth of silver. That's what we're talking about, folks. For every 15 ounces traded on paper, there's only 1 ounce of silver sitting in the vault. Do you feel like a fool yet? If you're buying SLV, if you're buying futures contracts, you are a sucker. If you want to trade some silver contracts, how about you buy some from me? I'll sell you 10 million ounces of paper silver. I'll write you out some notes in my backyard, I'll get some paper out there. And you can have all the silver that you want in paper form. That's the same kind of fraud they're committing right here, folks. That's what we're looking at. Everything's dropping. And this is the London Metals Exchange. Look at that drop. This is going back to 2017 at the beginning of that graph there. We're down into 2022, and you're just seeing that sharp drop-off of silver inventories. We are in the process. In the next 6 months, we will run out completely of silver in the London Metals Exchange if it doesn't get restocked. All right, folks, that is it for this week's. If this goes well, maybe this will be a weekly endeavor of the meme review of the Wall Street silver, folks. All right, folks, this is Steve Poplar, and I'll see you next week.